Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 3rd.
Their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Bravo! 26 mark. Hey, check. 5.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll drop the throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Tanner Rapp, who picked it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
On 1st down, Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Check 50, check 50. Q, ready, go.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
16 yards. That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, set. Check 26. Box try. Left, watch left. He's top right there. Lock it. Check it out, read. Check. Watch safety creep. You're out. Safety's creeping. Red.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
Let's go. Squeeze. Get in there. Undercrush. Yes.
Kaepernick now on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
15, You get Rodney. 6-6, pull it high. No. Get it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Shoot. Protein spill. Check. Crunch.
Second and 3. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check man. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Fresno. Check. Ready, go.
Kaepernick now to throw.
Double up.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, Clint, you better bring. Gone. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Lucky, 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Begin, it's hard. Don't get nervous. Check 4. Watch the ad. Check the scene. On. Team. Check it back.
To throw, Kaepernick. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Second interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Check curls, check curls, check. You're out. He's coming.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick.
Switch. Check.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. He's going to wind up and air it out. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, high 7. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61. Matchbox, right. Delta. Ready to go.
Now Kaepernick. This is caught by Robinson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
30 days. Let's go, D.
On first down, Kaepernick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. Set. 70 in. 3 ball. Go. Ready to go.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Finding Green complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 1. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Kaepernick's going to try to sneak it. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
That's us. That's us.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready, ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I got him. He's crossing. Alpha.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Lock it.
And the blitz does come. It's complete to Robinson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Jim.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Let's go. Shoot.
On 1st down, Brown. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward rep. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He spins free. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Hey, Foxtrot. 50's the mark.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Check 15. Check 15.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Kill.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
26 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 26. Go. 26.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll set up a throw.
Watch the screen.
He's got Green. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Kaepernick, they're going for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Try to get it to Woods. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Hey, exit. Yep. You got motion, man. Stay gripping.
He's back to throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react